beautiful people, Bemi here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. From the title of the video, you guys kind of already know what I want to talk about today. Yes, and it's basically things that I don't like about being a mom. Like, they're just things that stress me out about being a mom. And yes, before you start, I have a daughter, a 2-year-old daughter, who I love so much with all my heart. Like, she's the best gift God could have ever given me. And sometimes, a lot of times, most times, I love being a mom. But you see, there are just some things that bug me so much about being a mom, stresses me out, and I just felt like, let me just come and express my thoughts and concerns with you guys, like the way I feel with you guys, because I know that there are other moms out there who somehow feel the same, and they're like, am I the only one that feels this way? Am I supposed to be feeling this way? I shouldn't be feeling this way, because it looks like everybody is enjoying this motherhood thing. No, boo, you are not alone. We're in this together. So yes, you're definitely not alone. So the number one thing I do not like about being a mom is that constant thinking, feeling of worry that you have. That's personal for me, but I don't know if any other person shares the same feelings. You know, before I got married, or even after I got married, like I wasn't much of a worrier. You know, if I was to worry, it was just about my life, how my life is going to turn out, and all of that good stuff. So I wasn't much of a worrier about like things really going on in other people's lives or what's going on with other people. But then since I had a baby, actually even since I got pregnant, I started to worry more. Like, there's this constant feeling of thinking that, is your child safe? Are you safe? Is anything going to happen to you? Is anything going to happen to your child? That really bugs me a lot, and I might be the only one on this table, but honestly, it is exhausting. So I'm at work, and 24 hours in a day, or maybe, okay, I work for 12 hours in a day or 8 hours in a day, and I'm at work, and I can tell you that 3, 4, 5 hours of that time that I'm at work, I'm thinking, is Tisha okay? Her day feeding her right? Is she fine? Is she taking a nap? When is she gonna wake up? Like, I'm thinking, these were thoughts that I didn't have to think about before, but now, like, it's constantly ingrained in me. And it's not even only when I'm at work. Maybe I'm driving and, you know, she's in her car seat at the back and I'm driving somewhere. There's this constant worry of, oh my god, is this car going to hit me? If anything happens to, what's going to happen to us if the car hits me? Or what's going to happen to me if I don't step on the brake on time? These were things that I did not have to worry about when it was just me. Like, there was a time I was working in a place of work where I had to be home by 11 p.m, sometimes 12 a.m. in the morning, and I did not really send. Like, I'll go up into my car at work at 10 p.m, 11 p.m, and drive on 3rd Mainland Bridge and come to the mainland, to my house, and I was fine. But these days, 7 p.m, wherever I am, even though Tisha is at home, she's not with me, it's just me in the car, or if we're together, I'm like, I'm leaving. Like, there's just this constant worry. There's this constant, it's not fear. It's not, there's a difference between fear and worry. Like, it's not fear. Like, I'm not scared because I know God has got us. But then there's just this little, oh my god, what happens to me? What happens to her? I don't want to die. I don't want anything to happen to me so that I can take good care of my child. I don't want anything to happen to my child, irrespective of if she's in school or with my mom or with her dad or people that I totally trust. This worry is exhausting, like I said. Like, in my head, I'm like, why do I have to do this all the time? Like, it's so annoying. It's one of the things that bugs me about being a mom, that I'm like, I don't like this feeling. And it's one of the things I don't like about being a mom, basically. Okay, so another thing that bugs me so much about being a mom is, you guys, so we're getting a hang of something, you know, maybe, for example, my daughter is just learning to adjust to this method of saying this, or this method of saying that, or this sleeping pattern, or this watching this show or something. And, you know, it's taking me a while to learn, because I'm always learning. I ask you guys questions all the time on my Insta stories. I research and learn a lot of stuff. So it's like, when I'm getting a hang of it, I'm like, okay, you know, we're getting this routine intact, or we're getting this thing that she likes. Okay, it's working. There's this constant change. Then she changes again. Like, I don't know if anybody is with me on this, but it's almost like, why can't they just stay like that? And then she changes, and then I have to go back to the drawing board and learn something else. We're getting adjusted to this routine that she now has of sleeping at this time and sleeping at that time, and then all of a sudden, for some weird reason, a couple of months down the line, she changes again, and I'm like, where do we start? Like, where does this end? Where do we start maintaining one thing that we're doing and just continue and go with the flow like that? Because I am sick and tired of these constant changes all the time. And yes, I understand that the changes are growth, which is normal, but to a mom it is annoying. To a mom it is stress. Honestly, to a mom it's like, why do I have to do this? Like, I don't want to do it. So God, it's very dicey. And I'm, like I said earlier, I'm happy for growth because it also shows that she's growing. But at the same time, it's like, come on, can we stick to one thing? Can we stick to this type of food you like? Can we stick to this type of fruit you like? Can we stick to this show that you like? Like, listen, you can't be liking Paw Patrol today and we're making a Paw Patrol themed party and you're enjoying it and you love it, and then we switch over to 2022 and it's like Peppa Pig. Everything, mommy, I want to watch George. Mommy, George. Mommy, George. Mommy, put it in George. Like, how am I supposed to how am I supposed to relate with that? And those are just examples, you know. Okay, so another thing that I do not like about being a mom is, prior to getting married, prior to even having my daughter, I am very selfish with food. Let me just put it that way. Don't sugarcoat things. I don't like sharing my food. Like, I find it very, very difficult to share my food. It's like, it's my food and I don't want to share it with you. I don't want to share it with anybody. I just want to sit down and eat my food. Like, if you need to eat yours, go get yours. Like, that's how I am. But then now it's like, I can't even eat alone. I can't even just have my food and just savor it and just enjoy it all by myself. Somebody has to take their little hands and put it inside and eat out of it. It doesn't matter what I'm eating. She just wants to eat out of it. And I'm just like, what? Like, I know I have had to learn how to accommodate her with things like that. But from a very selfish person when it comes to food, to this, you can understand why I'm like, God, what did I sign up for exactly? So, and I don't know how long it's going to last for. I don't know how long she's going to continue to poke hands inside my food for, but it's not cute. To me, it's just not cute. I'm just like, what? Let me enjoy my food alone. Speaking of food, another thing that bugs me so much about being a mom is, why don't they eat what we give them? Like, oh God. I can't even, I really cannot seem to understand why they just cannot eat what we give them, and how their taste just keeps changing every other day. So it's like, you eat this cereal today and I'm like, oh yes, she loves this cereal, and she eats it for like 1 week straight, and then the next week she's like, no, 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 I don't want this one, no, 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 really? And then we have to now start figuring out another type of food. Or today she eats swallow and she enjoys it, and I'm like, okay, let's try that again in a couple of days, and she's like, no. And then other days, I know I've sat down here several times to talk about how she doesn't like sweets, she doesn't like chocolate. She still doesn't like chocolate, by the way. She doesn't like sweets. Even if you give her sweets or candy, she just gets to lick it like twice and just throw it away. But she loves juices now. Like, she loves juice boxes so much, but she doesn't drink tea. Like, who doesn't drink tea? How are you a child and you don't like Milo? I cannot seem to understand, and I cannot seem to reconcile that. I have tried giving her the different types of Milo that I know, but she just doesn't like it. But you see, juice boxes that I thought my daughter was not going to like, because earlier in her life she rejected things like Ribena, now she loves them so much. I cannot seem to understand why. And it's very exhausting for me as a mom, trying to figure out what she would eat, because now that she goes to school, I feel like she takes pretty much almost the same thing to school every day, except for the, you know, the foods. Like, so it could be like rice today, and it could be like spaghetti tomorrow, and akara. She takes akara to school, and then bread or something. So those ones are like standard things that she those ones are, you know, I change them every day that when she's going to school. But you see things like cereal, things like yogurt, things like fruits, they're like compulsorily in a bag. And I'm like, why do they, like, because today she may eat her fruit, tomorrow she may not. Today she might eat the yogurt, this morning she didn't eat the yogurt, so we took it to school for her. Tomorrow she might not want the yogurt. So it's kind of exhausting trying to get them to eat something that will be very good for their body, and they taking it 1 minute and not taking it the next minute, and it's just a whole lot. It's just a whole lot. And I know there are a lot of meal plans out there, or have this, buy this kids meal plan, buy that kids meal plan, but unfortunately I have a daughter that those meal plans are not going to work for you, because no matter how nice they taste, if she doesn't want to eat them, she's not going to eat them. And it's not even about being a picky eater, it's just she just wanting different things on different days. So now some of the things that we do is we open the fridge. I literally would open the fridge and be like, pick out what you want. Okay, open the fridge, and I pick out what she picks out what she wants. So most times she touches a juice box, or she touches Coke or Fanta or anything that she can drink. It's like she wants to drink more than she wants to eat, which is so totally annoying, but hey, that is why it bugs me out as a mom. Another thing why I feel like I don't like being a mom is, why is it that they don't listen to their moms or their dads? Like, it seems like they don't listen, but they are listening, but they just want to do whatever they feel like doing. So you're like, Tisha, leave that place, and she stays there and she's smiling at you, or Tisha, don't touch that thing, and then that's when she touches it and she looks at you because she wants to test you. Why do you why do you have to test me? Why can't you just say yes, mommy, and just leave the place? I can understand that it's the stage that they're in, and they're just trying to test out what is good, what is bad, what they can get away with and what they can't get away with. But still, having to deal with all of that, it's annoying, you guys. Like, I have been annoyed several times when I tell my daughter to leave that place. Don't climb on the TV stand, don't touch the TV, don't touch the mirror. And that's when she puts all her hands on the mirror and is trying to play with the mirrors. I'm like, do you want it to fall down? Do you want it to break? Do you understand? Even things that have happened in front of her, maybe the cup fell and broke or something, she still does it again. Why do they like doing these weird things where they seem like they're listening, or they are listening, but they just act like they're not? And they just do other weird things, like take my AirPods, take her dad's AirPods and put it in her mouth, or run away with it, or hide it. These things are actually quite frustrating. The other day, she took onions from outside our balcony and threw them downstairs. Why? And I asked her, I actually stood and I asked her, I'm like, Tisha, why did you throw these onions downstairs? Like, what did the onions ask you not to do that you're throwing it downstairs? How is the onion, how the onions that were just sitting on the floor receiving fresh air, how were they affecting you? Did they ask you not to breathe? Did they ask you not to grow? What exactly is the issue that you took it and threw it downstairs? The worst part of it was I was so lazy to go back downstairs to pick it up that day. So the next morning when I was taken out to school, I went downstairs and I did not even find my onions again. The good old neighbors carried it. Like 3 pieces or something. Somebody somewhere had taken my onions, which was so annoying, because if you know how much onions cost these days, I'm like, really? Another thing that I do not like about being a mom is the fact that I chose to bring a child into this world and I did not spend enough, or I don't think I spend enough time with her. Partly because I'm a working mom, so it's like I go to work in the morning, I leave by 7:38 to work, and I'm back home by 4-5. These days, I may not even be able to pick her from school in the coming months, because she closes from school like around 3-ish. I get off work around 4, so it's probably a dad that will get to pick her up and not me. And even when I get back home from work, there's just so many other things I have to do to put the house together, get my own social media life, like content creating life together, research ideas and all that good stuff. And you know, it just seems like I'm not spending enough time with her. So it's like she doesn't mind really, because you know, she's on a tab or she's watching something till it's time for her to take a bath, go to bed and all that stuff. I am trying so much. I try to hug her and ask her how her day went in school and everything, but I just feel like it's not enough. I don't know if it is mom guilt that is kicking in, but it's just the way I feel, and I feel like it's one of the things I don't like about being a mom. So having that mom guilt and having, you know, it's like I brought this child into this life and I'm not trying to spend this much time with her, or I'm not trying to prioritize her as more important than, you know, any other thing. So it bugs me, it irks me, but really, you know, I try my best, you know, to be a good mom. I really do. And the last but not the least thing I do not like about being a mom are the societal expectations that people have for you, you know, about being a mom. So, you know, ranging from things like you go out with your friends and people are like, oh, where's your daughter? And like, she's at home with her dad, and they're like, why is she at home with her dad? Why didn't you bring her, you know? Or how dare you leave her at home with her dad? I'm like, well, because he's her dad. if you cannot take care of her, then they got a problem. You know, not me, but they got a problem. It's like the society we live in has this expectations of how mothers are supposed to be, and I personally feel like I don't meet some of those expectations, and I just hate it. I don't like the fact that moms have this thing hanging over their heads, and it's just very annoying. It's one of the things I don't like about being a mom. It's just how like there's some expectations about ladies. You know, you have to be married before 30, you have to have your kids before 30, all that great stuff, yada yada yada. You know, I don't also like that as a lady. I don't like the societal expectations that's, you know, hovering around ladies' heads. So it's the same thing how I don't like being a mom, because I don't like the expectations that the society has of you. So a lot of people feel like I shouldn't be going to work right now. A lot of people feel I shouldn't be working. I should be a stay-at-home mom. That's the definition of being a good mom. A lot of people feel I should, you know, be with my daughter 24/7. A lot of people don't think I should have my daughter at home with her father alone. A lot of people don't think I should send my child to school at, you know, a certain age. There's just a lot. There's just a lot. It's just very annoying. I really don't like it. So besides everything, you know, I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful that I have a daughter and I get to experience this motherhood experience. And you know, just I'm happy that I'm a mom. I am grateful about it. I love being a mom on some days and on some other days I just mentioned, I'm just like, no, I don't like being a mom because of these things. So yes, thankful for my life, thankful for my child, thankful for my family, and I just felt like sharing some of these things with you guys. So what are those things that you guys do not like about being a mom if you're a mom? I would love for you guys to leave it in the comment section down below so I can also read it. Yes, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, share this video with everybody that you know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. La, 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 la.